That's what we're gonna do.
That's not funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
60% of the time, it works. Every time. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. Be careful, man. There's a beverage here.
I'm ready to
Just keep going. All right, hey guys, welcome into Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host Brandon Rich. Sitting next to me is Danny Holsworth.
Hey, that's me. What's up, guys?
I don't know if you guys have noticed right off the bat. I'm gonna bring this up first.
Oh,
Merch. That's
man.
right. Soon,
Beautiful.
we will be selling these to you public, as we say. I got a nice hat, nice shirt. I'm rocking it. But what's going on with you?
First of all, I just want to say your hat looks dope. You should bring it up, show it to the camera a little closer,
A
maybe.
little closer.
Show them what you got.
Oh my god!
Look at that Whiskey Cinema style right there.
All right, I showed you. It's going backwards now.
I want to say, welcome Whiskey Cinema. Brandon, you brought us beautifully. Thank you so much. We're talking 90s movies.
Don't avoid my question though.
I'm getting there. So we're talking 90s movies. I'm going to talk about an underrated movie I love so much, which is Pitch Black with Riddick and Vin Diesel. I like Riddick minus the muscles. I ain't got the muscles, minus the
And the
shifts.
skin color.
I mean,
And if you were that big of a
Just
fan, you knew that movie came out in 2000.
filmed in 1999. I didn't know it was in 2000.
2000. Don't worry, man. I don't want you looking like, a complete idiot, unlike usual, I guess.
Say,
I got your back, bro.
Yeah, you got me.
It comes in black.
Oh,
my god, it fits even with your goggles there.
Thank
man.
you. I have to wear them because of my eye shot. Let's see how this looks right here. Let's see how Whiskey Cinema. First of all, I feel smarter for wearing this.
Well, yeah. And
They
you
say-
automatically have more style.
Did they say something like, if you wear this shirt, they say something like cops just won't pull you over? I don't know what it is. There's some kind of weird rule, like if you have Whiskey Cinema merch, cops they go right past you.
They
The next guy.
And if they do, it's because they want to know where you got that shirt.
Where'd you get that shirt?
That's right. We are talking about 90s. We're bouncing back on that Lance King article that we've read, we loved,
Thank you so much,
and
Lance.
now we are going to bash the fuck out of it.
90s movies. We're going to go through it. He's talking about the ones he thinks was the best of each year. He has a criteria. If you guys don't know, it's like they have to win awards. They have to
You
get a
got to
certain
be
amount of money.
nominated for a major award.
Mhm.
You got to be or earn over $100 million.
Whew.
And you got to have an 80% fresh, I believe, on Flickster.
Okay.
There's extreme versions where it's 250 and a 95% plus. You're pretty much guaranteed the best director of the year award by him.
I mean, sometimes you have to agree. Sometimes you're seeing
Sometimes, yeah.
I think they're in the same year, which we're going to talk about. I think it's 95. I think Spielberg made Schindler's List and Jurassic Park the same year.
Yeah.
I mean, holy
Can't
shit.
agree. He had an okay year. I mean, we can agree. It was I
invented the plane and cooked steak sandwiches the same year. Like, you win the year. You crushed it. You're doing work.
Exactly. I mean, we'll see if we agree with Lance in 95. But let's start
Probably
with 90.
not.
Probably not.
Starting with the 90, I want to double check a quick fact real quick. Hey, by the way, if you guys are watching us, comment, say hello. If you guys have different opinions, if you have the same opinions, if you agree, let us know you're out there. We'd love to see fans interact and take questions. We won't interrupt what we're talking about. We'll try to get to you more towards the end, but we will answer if we can.
Absolutely. And today we're just drinking whiskey and Sprite, one of our favorites.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. And ice.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers, Whiskey Warriors out there. Dude, look at these. These shirts
Look
are
at these
solid.
great shirts.
I
This
love
nice
the shirt.
hat that's backwards because that's how I
These
prefer 'em.
goggles for Riddick, I think it came out in 1999 is what you said. Pitch Black.
It's
I think that's-
2000.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes. All right. You got your fact? Can I go on with the 90s?
Let's get it.
All right. We're going to go on with 1990.
Okay?
Godfather Part 3.
The best movie ever made.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay?
Avalon. Barry Levinson.
Okay?
Home Alone.
Oh, that's a great one.
Home Alone by Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
Discovered great movies and land.
He actually grew up to make the booby traps in all the Indiana Jones movies. Fun fact.
He grew up to make them because it was like 20 years before Home Alone.
He's page master, so he went through a book to do it.
And then The Departed by Martin Scorsese.
The Departed?
Not The Departed. Goodfellas. Sorry. Goodfellas.
I was like,
Goodfellas.
Scorsese, this guy.
Goodfellas.
Did you remake a movie?
Damn right he did. His own movie.
All right, so out of those movies, I'm going to have to go with, out of all these movies that are out, I mean, I got to go, personally, going Goodfellas. I love Goodfellas.
Absolutely.
Ray Liotta's fantastic in it. Pesci has so many great lines. Robert De Niro. What am I, clown to you? Do I amuse you? You come over here, you tell me I'm a deadbeat in front of my friends, you embarrass me? He's some kind of mutt. You know that? That whole scene right there, I love it, man. Pesci's amazing in Goodfellas. And you believe that guy is so dangerous.
You do. I think Lance says that is the greatest gangster movie of all time.
Ooh, we'll have to do a gangster episode soon, by the way.
Absolutely will, guys.
I don't know. That's not far off. If you are choosing a gangster movie, I would have to say you might need to make it a Francis or a Martin Scorsese. You might have to make it a Martin Scorsese. You want to go Godfather? I understand, but man, there's so many good ones he's done.
Martin Scorsese might be in my top 3 gangster movies. Like,
yeah,
all top 3 spots would be Martin Scorsese movies, probably.
I think so. I mean, it's so fantastic. I'm going Goodfellas. Is that what he went with?
That's what he went with.
Okay.
That's what I go with.
All right.
Because it might be the greatest gangster movie of all time.
Can I tell you some runners-up in 1990?
Oh,
1990
God,
was pretty
yes,
good.
please.
Misery, remember that movie with
Yes.
Kathy Bates?
Yep.
Oh, what a terrible movie. She breaks his ankle, tries to run, and love that movie. It's dark, it's crazy. Total Recall, which they remade, which was terrible with Colin Farrell.
You know, the first one doesn't hold up.
What do you
The original.
Of course it does.
I watched that recently
No,
for this.
Give them air.
Oh,
You got
God.
to give the people air.
That would just not hold up. It's one of those movies that, not a bad movie. I'm not going to say it's a bad movie, but it's bad in 2020. It is bad in 2020.
So funny. I love Total Recall. The first Ninja Turtles came out, which, by the way, if I didn't come as Riddick, you guys would have saw me covered my face in green. That was the second option.
For the mask.
Also in the 1990s. But yeah, I mean, Goodfellas. You gotta go with Goodfellas. Awesome movie.
I don't know, man. Turtles?
Ninja Turtles.
Favorite movie, I think, growing
The
up as a
wise
kid.
man once said, "Never pay for late pizza."
Yeah, I think we both agree. Everybody agrees.
Lance, look at you. You're already up a notch. So proud of you.
Oh, we're starting the notch thing again. Hopefully he stays a notch up.
One notch to start. Probably the highest he'll get all day. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not, because 91, you got Bugsy by Barry Levinson.
Okay.
Yeah, we've all loved that one. Thelma and Louise, Ridley Scott.
Okay, yeah. And it's got Brad Pitt, which is so funny. He almost overshadowed that movie. It was his first movie. And girls were saying, man, this movie's amazing. Like, what's the plot? I don't know. But there's a drifter scene with this guy, and he's going to make it big. And he fucking did. Good for you.
Jungle Fever, Spike Lee. JFK, Oliver Stone. And Fisher King by Terry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Leal Ham.
Terry Smith.
Smith.
We got a comment too from Arch from the last one talking about Goodfellas with the helicopter scene. I was trying to think. I thought the helicopter scene, do you know what he's talking about? I know the casino scene with the helicopters that are chasing around and the plane dies on the golf course.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the helicopter scene. Is that where they're just following him around all the time? Yeah, and the wife's freaking out going, it's the same helicopter, I'm telling you. That's right.
I remember that part now.
Fisher King, out of all these movies, one that you guys
Oh,
might not
I'm
have
sorry.
heard-
I left off Terminator 2.
Oh.
On purpose.
Well, dude, I mean, how could you not go? I love Fisher King. It's underrated. People don't know about it. Jeff Bridges plays a radio jock host like Howard Stern. Robin Williams plays a homeless man that they kind of become friends with.
Fisher King is Terry Gilliam. Thank you.
Gilliam.
I can't read my handwriting.
I love it. I think it's so underrated. I got forced to watch it in school, and I was like, dude, how come I've never heard about this? Awesome movie. Fantastic. That being said,
So let's just go with this first. Is that your second favorite movie on the list?
out of the ones he mentioned, I also have some that you didn't mention that I think should be in the running.
Okay.
Do you want to, let me give you the other ones, and you can make your full pick.
Okay.
Some of the ones that came out. Cape Fear with Robert De Niro, who paid $10,000 to ruin his teeth to make him look more scary. the hanging underneath the car scene as the car's pulling away is iconic, and they still use it in scenes today. There was a joke in Rick and Morty when the nurse is chasing them when they do the Titanic reenaction. She just says,
That's
Cape Fear, Cape Fear. JFK, which was awesome. Kevin Costner, your favorite. Hook.
I think JFK
What
was
about
mentioned.
Bob? Addams Family. And here's my pick out of all of them. Terminator 2. Oh my God. So
Yeah, I did mention JFK.
I wish you would have put Silence of the Lambs up there.
That is it.
Silence of the Lambs was amazing. Jodie Foster, who doesn't get enough recognition for this part. They're like, yeah, but Anthony Hopkins was great. But I was like, their chemistry was great. And you believe this guy was a psychopath that deserved to wear that mask. Maybe Anthony Hopkins' best role.
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
That movie, I think, was movie of the year that year.
God, it's so good.
It is considered one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Yeah, thrillers. Also, Reservoir Dogs came out that year.
Ooh, Reservoir Dogs.
League of Their Own.
You're going to be okay.
Scent of a Woman.
Hooah. Great. All these are great.
Aladdin.
Aladdin. How can you be mad at Aladdin?
And maybe the greatest dog movie of all time, Beethoven.
As we start getting into the 90s, I want to say the reason why I love the 90s so much was it's where it spawned cult classics and independent film studios started really getting to push. Disney Studios had a huge comeback, like you said, Aladdin. Like, we're going to mention a lot of movies, and you guys are going to be surprised by the amount of Disney movies that were made here. You're like, oh, that's right. They really didn't have anything since Snow White, like in the early 80s or late 70s. And now all these movies that everybody loves and watches and your kid makes you watch 100 times in a row,
That's right.
all came out in the 90s.
Or your wives, like mine.
And this is the year, the birth of CGI, which they didn't think would catch on. And it's hard to find a movie without.
I don't think it has. I watched Infinity War. I'm pretty sure that Hulk was like drawn in at some points. Or not the Hulk, the actor in the Hulkbuster. That was pretty bad. So 92, from what he listed, I'm going T2.
Wait, you're doing 92 or 91?
91, sorry, 91.
Yeah.
For what he listed, I'm going T2.
Yeah.
I will say my second favorite on his list is Thelma and Louise. And not just for Brad Pitt. That movie overall is really, really good. I really like the two main characters. Thelma and Louise?
That's how you pronounce it. It's Lewis, actually.
Lewis. It's got the shitty guy, Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore,
Come on.
playing the exact same character.
Oh, really?
A little more mean. He is fucking berating his wife the whole movie, pretty much.
Oh, that's funny.
She knows that the cops are around because he's being nice. Hey, babe, where are you? I miss you. She hangs up. Cops are there. So then Susan Sarandon gets the listen here, you piece of shit. Just put the comment. God damn, Susan Sarandon's a badass. But if you don't know what that movie is, two girls go on a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
One of them starts kind of getting a little flirty with a guy. They leave, and he tries to rape her in the parking lot.
Whoa.
Yep. Susan Sarandon's character comes out, shoots him, and then they start running from the law. That's the movie.
Well, shit.
It's a really good movie. If you haven't
pretty
seen it, I
dark
suggest
for a
it.
Disney movie, but I'll give it a shot.
Well, I don't know. Everybody dies in Disney movies if you're the mom, or
Parents do. Parents are like the red shirts in Star Trek. You ain't got both if you're a Disney character.
that's right.
They on the hunt. Better watch out. So that's 91. So out of those, your pick is T2?
Out of those, my pick is T2. If we're adding Silence of the Lambs, I'm picking Silence of the Lambs probably. I get it. The guy was a one-hit wonder. That's the movie of the year. Maybe.
It was fantastic. Our criteria and Lance's don't always mix.
Because you have to have a hit. The directors have to have a hit before their big movie.
I see it. The author's joining us. Hey, great to see you, Lance. He goes by Dave on here because he has warrants.
I assumed it was so he could cheat.
I love T2. It's still so watchable. The blade through the mom's head or the dad's head, and it goes through the milk, and him going, "What's the name of your dog?" He's like, "Scruffy." He's like, "Why is Captain Bach so upset?"
I love that you said two different names.
Well, that's what he does in the movie.
Oh, I'm just
To see if it's just, and she's like, "Oh, he's just a little tired." He's like, "You pounds of bed."
That was funny. That is a great movie. One of the great action movies of all time, probably.
Fantastic. Still holds up. People are talking about Judgment Day, how that's what 2020 is. And someone's like, no, that was like 2008. And the guy's like, don't fuck up my post. Just relax, guy. it's like a fake post, the wrong date. He's like,
Yeah.
let me just get some likes here. Take it easy.
So is that what you're going with? T2?
I gotta go T2. I love Silence of the Lambs. I think it's so good. I'm watching Hannibal on Netflix. Silence of the Lambs is also on Netflix if you guys have that. Terminator 2, I believe, it might also be there. Fantastic movie.
It's free somewhere. I watched it for free. So.
This is back when Arnold was Mr. Universe. They had a scene
Doing good movies?
Well, you know what? In the first movie, I think he got paid it was going to create like $30,000 a word because he only said 4 sentences worth of dialogue. And in the second one, he really stepped up. I thought he did really good. I'm a cybernetic organism.
Oh, yeah, he did good. He can be very himself because he doesn't have to act in that movie. You can be very robotic if you're playing a robot. It's perfect.
There's a scene where he's driving a motorcycle and he has to turn up, flip it, and stand it over. And during that scene, the director told him what he wanted to do. He's like, essentially, you're going to do a wheelie and spin it and land it here. He's like, okay, do you mean like this? And he walked over, pulled it up and spun it and landed it there. And he's like, yeah, but we're going to get a prop bike that doesn't weigh 800 pounds to do this.
The dude, he squats motorcycles. I don't know. You don't know what a squat is. Lifting. It's not a squat.
You have to hold over your head, man. You got to do what you said.
All right. Anyway, we're not at workout.
I know what squatting is.
All right. We're both going T2.
T2.
Article.
Once again, is Lance crushing it right now?
Yeah, I agree with T2.
You're up 2 notches, Lance.
He does mention in his article Silence of the Lambs, but like we said, his criteria doesn't match.
Yeah.
But I still think every other movie on that list is better. T2 and Silence of the Lambs is what I put.
Silence of the Lambs are really good.
92. 1992.
92.
Boom. A Few Good Men by Rob Reiner.
Great movie. You got Tom Cruise. You got Jack Nicholson.
Overrated movie.
Oh, I liked
Movie's
it.
not that good.
Oh, man.
Boring?
Oh.
Yes?
Harsh take. A Few Good Men out of...
Because it says you can't handle the truth?
You can't. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It has a good line.
Certainly does. Kevin Pollak's in that, too, is another guy.
Demi Moore.
That guy slipped into more movies. Kevin
He
Pollak.
did. He'll be on another one, too.
He's good.
Batman Returns. Tim Burton.
Oh, boy.
It made a lot of money.
Batman Returns, that's the one where he's...
I can't handle the truth. Fuck off.
Don't get crazy at him.
Goddamn.
With that Jesus. He's yelling at our audience here.
You're damn right. Husbands and Wives by Woody
Allen. Yeah, you don't like Woody Allen.
I don't think his movies aren't for me.
Okay.
Lorenzo's Oil by George Miller.
Sure.
The Player by Robert Altman.
Okay.
Passion Fish. John Sayles.
You know, I had that at a sushi place the other day. Not
Perfect.
good. Not that good.
And Last of the Mohicans by Michael Mann.
The Last of the Mohicans, Daniel Day-Lewis, who got so into character, he actually went and lived out in a cabin for months prior, didn't have electricity, got really into character to play this Native American guy. Awesome movie. Out of everything in 92 that's on there, Lance, I'm already going to mark it down, you down a notch.
Oh.
You down a notch.
I think
you down a notch.
You know what? I lied earlier. I read my 92 square. Reservoir Dogs came out this year.
Oh, I saw. And then Aladdin as well.
League of Their Own, Aladdin, Scent of a Woman to Beat Beethoven. My bad, guys. Don't mean to confuse you.
Did you tell them we're drinking, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whiskey Sprite. We have 2 shots today because we're celebrating our merch, guys. It's not open to the public
That's right.
yet.
This one's for my merch.
One for my merch, one for my homies. My
Damn
Whiskey
right.
Warriors.
You don't pour one out for your merch. You drink it.
That's right.
I hope
You
it doesn't get on your new merch.
Spill it on your new shirt prototype.
It's white. It'll stain.
No. 92 out of everything there. Some fun ones that weren't said. I mean, you've got the Candyman, which they're remaking. The 90s are all being rebooted right now. So a lot of these movies, Aladdin, like you said, which they did with Will Smith.
They're rebooting every animated Disney right now.
I'm going to tell you 2 that I'm kind of close on, which is, first of all, I like Aladdin a lot. Not on the list. Maybe my favorite Disney movie, though.
Aladdin, it's up there for me, too.
I'm going to go with either Reservoir Dogs. Fantastic movie. Love it. Or Michael Chaplin with Robert Downey Jr., who crushed at the awards. Man, so good. Robert Downey Jr. is maybe his best movie. And a lot of people haven't seen it. Chaplin has such an interesting life. This movie was great. He did such a good job acting in it. It's got, you'll notice 30 stars that you knew before. I think it's Mila Jovovich's first role, too. She plays his first wife. And back in the day, there was no DNA test. Like, they talk about that. Like she goes, I'm pregnant with his kid, and now he owes me $200,000 a month or something crazy. He's like, it's not my kid. We didn't even have sex. I'm like, yeah, she says you did, and she has a good lawyer. So you're just gonna have to pay it up because there was no
funny.
test. I was like, damn, dude, back in the day.
Watching these 90s movies, you do get a lot of familiar faces that you see now everywhere. You look so young. It is kind of crazy to watch.
It's cool.
Thank you. These are nice shirts. Nice comment, Amanda.
Yeah, look at Amanda throwing out some compliments. She's just like way off. What is your favorite 1992 movie?
Reservoir Dogs.
God, Reservoir Dogs. So
From
good.
his list, though, Batman Returns. I'm not a fan of this year, movie-wise.
Is Batman Returns the one with Michelle Pfeiffer and
That's the one.
Dave DeVito as the
Is it a
Penguin?
great movie? No.
Certainly it. Oh.
But I like Last Mohicans.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that movie isn't as good.
I mean,
But
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a boring movie to me. I watched it recently for this, and it was better than I thought it was when I was a kid. But I was a kid watching a drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go. 92 sucks.
92 is a hard year. That's why you got to have Reservoir Dogs in there if you're taking your list seriously, which Lance is doing.
Obviously, he's not. He's messed up on 2
What was
years.
his bid for 92?
Last Mohicans.
Well, you know what, Lance?
He got it. It's not wrong out of all those movies that he put, but
Easy come, easy go on those notches, eh, Lance? Motherfucker.
he should have put Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is amazing, and it wasn't Quentin Tarantino's first movie. Big one. Ooh, that might be why it's not on his list. Because of some of the ones we're gonna like are cult classics and they don't fit his criteria, but they're the best movie of the year.
Yeah, that's why Silence of the Lambs wasn't on there.
Silence of the Lambs was awesome, but T2 not far
Stupid
off.
criteria.
I like it.
So
all right, man, hit me with that 93.
93. I'll read the right one this time.
93.
Shadowlands by Richard Attenborough. Burrow, yeah. And The Line of Fire, Wolfgang Peterson.
Sure.
Wolfgang. King of the Hill.
Love
Hank
that
Hill.
TV series.
Both did
dang
the
it, Bomber.
same stupid joke. King of the Hill, Steven Soderbergh. Heavenly Creatures, Peter Jackson.
Yep.
Wedding Banquet, Ang Lee. Kronos, Guillermo del Toro.
That was his
Del
first.
Toro.
That was him coming into his own, figuring out what he liked.
Shortcuts, Robert Altman.
Dude, I gotta be honest, I haven't heard of a lot of these movies.
And then Schindler's List and Jurassic Park with Steven Spielberg.
God damn.
All right, 94.
Hold on. Honorable mentions out of the ones you said.
All right.
I'm gonna say Hocus Pocus came out that year.
Fucking love that movie.
God, it's still like a cult
One of the
classic.
greatest Halloween movies ever. You heard me. I ain't fucking around.
Don't take it easy, Zachary Binks.
One of the greatest.
Don't run me over. I don't live forever. I'm not
Reservoir
mortal.
Dogs or Hocus Pocus. Am I right? That's the real competition we're missing.
Rookie of the Year was another one that came out. Coneheads, that has a star-studded cast. If you rewatch that,
It's got Chris Farley. That's all you need to know, that it's a goddamn classic.
it's a gem. You know, we might need like a picture of Chris Farley back here. By the way, do you guys like our new backdrop? I think this is what we're
Put her
rocking
back
right
to the
now.
original.
Love it. Feeling it. And then
Oh, yeah. See? Amanda Eames.
What?
Maybe our greatest viewer ever now.
she likes her shirts.
Well, she does.
That's right.
Hocus Pocus, best Halloween movie ever.
It's good. It's a good movie.
I do love that movie.
Hocus Pocus, Coneheads, Demolition Man, which they're rebooting, which is the one where Stallone and Wesley Snipes go
Oh, I
forward
remember
in
that.
time. And it's a dumb movie. It's like Total Recall, but so good. And they're going to remake it, which is...
It's probably going to be as good as the new Total Recall. Zachary Binks, that's right.
And here's one that he left off, but there's controversy around it. The best Western maybe ever, Tombstone, with Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
It's got Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, maybe the best role he's ever done. in my
Sean
opinion.
Connery.
Sean Connery's not in there.
No, what I'm thinking of Unforgiven.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Unforgiven.
I don't know what you're thinking of. You're a crazy person.
Sean Connery, Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro.
Who's the guy from Don't
That's
Breathe and Avatar?
I don't remember his name, but I like
Stephen
him.
Lang.
Thank you.
Stephen Lang plays the guy that gets pistol whipped and beaten up. So you can't be talking. He's just Billy Bob Thornton has a small part in it too, as a poker dealer who beats up. I love Tombstone, and it recently came out that the director didn't know what he was doing. Kurt Russell directed the movie, but never took credit until after the director passed away because he didn't want to take away from his accolades to help him get other work. Kurt Russell directed it. I'm like, best director of this year? Maybe it's Kurt Russell. And then he said Jurassic Park and Schindler's List. I was like, fuck. Shit.
Some other movies that were left off, I think. Missed Outfire.
Missed Outfire. Hello.
Sandlot.
Sandlot, filmed right here in Salt Lake City. Man.
True Romance.
My wife's favorite movie, True Romance. Quentin Tarantino, one of his first movies ever written. It's got. We'll talk more about Quentin Tarantino for sure. But he didn't direct it. But James Gandolfini's first movie from The Sopranos. You got Christopher Walken,
Gary Oldman,
Christian Slater. I mean, I
It's
went
a good
downhill when I
cast.
said Christian Slater.
Yeah, you leave it at Christian Slater at the beginning, or you
Mr.
don't
Robot, though. Come on, man.
What else? Rudy?
Oh, Rudy.
Greatest football movie ever, maybe?
Samwise?
Maybe.
Get it, my man.
Dazed and Confused, Army of Darkness.
All right, so no joke. I almost came as Ash with a chainsaw
You
arm.
should have. You win as bulimic Riddick?
Bulimic. Ooh,
Bulimic.
calling me skinny now.
Well, compared to him.
Jordy, timestamp this for compliment Brandon said in a mean way. Thank you so much.
All right, but A Nightmare Before Christmas, also 93.
Oh, Night for Christmas. Another great. Is it Halloween? Is it Christmas? The correct answer is
Not as good as Hocus Pocus.
no. That's not. Both. It's both. You watch them both.
But the two movies, dramas, whatever. Philadelphia, Tom Hanks,
Ooh, rough.
Denzel Washington. Tom Hanks has AIDS.
Yep.
Denzel Washington's his lawyer.
Yep.
It's a good movie. Weird. The same guy who did Silence of the Lambs did it.
Ooh, that's a weird turn.
Well, if you watch them, you can tell.
Really?
Kind of the same feel. It's got that same kind of. Some points you're like, this movie's a little creepy with kind of what he's doing. But yeah, same guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
That's right. I remember the scene where Denzel ate that guy's that other attorney's liver with some fava beans.
Yeah, that's where they got it. Obviously, Fugitive.
Oh, Fugitive. Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee
Harrison
Jones,
Ford.
Harrison Ford. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
I love that scene.
I love that scene. I love that movie.
That was
It was the man with the one arm.
It was an improv line. That line, by the way.
That's right. He probably forgot his lines.
How many times are improv lines the quotes that we know forever? It's crazy.
93 is a huge year.
Are we just 92? We're just agreeing. Are you picking Schindler's List or Jurassic Park?
93 we're still on. It's Schindler's List, rest.
I might have fucked it up. My bad. This is some good. I'm gonna take a shot right now. You know what happened? You got to fight fire water with fire.
Hey, I did the same thing, but you're stupider than me.
Hey, as long as I'm attractive.
You are not.
Oh.
All these movies, though, Steven Spielberg did Jurassic Park and Schindler's List. Those were the top two of the top 5 grossing movies that year. Both of them are in the 90s on Flickster.
Love it.
Jurassic Park, they're still making that series. Schindler's List, if you haven't seen it, here's my breakdown. It's an unfunny version of Jojo Rabbit.
Which I watched this weekend.
That's movie. I fucking love that movie.
Scarlett Johansson.
I too
think
watched
it's
this weekend.
my favorite movie I've ever seen her in.
It is. She's great at that
Crushes
movie.
it.
Same guy who did Thor. I can't pronounce
Taika
his name.
Waititi.
Thank you.
You got Sam
I will never say
Rockwell.
that.
You've got Rebel Wilson playing kind of like funny Nazi parts, but they're
Yep.
serious and there's comedy in it.
There is
Yeah.
a scene where they say Heil Hitler 30 times in 1 minute. Just
Oh,
as
yeah.
a joke.
That's what they say, like hello, hello,
Heil
hello,
Hitler?
hello,
Heil Hitler.
hello.
Yeah, Schindler's List is a classic. It's considered, I think, one of the 100 greatest movies of all time.
Ralph Fiennes. Speaking of Silence of the Lambs, tie-ins. This is why
Yeah.
you guys are, this is why you guys are helping us. Red Dragon. He played that guy. Ralph Fiennes played that character, the bad guy in that. He played the main head Nazi in Schindler's List.
He played Voldemort in Harry Potter.
What? No, but we were talking about Silence of the Lambs earlier.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's really seen Red Dragon.
Well,
I mean, I'm sure some people have, and maybe people who've watched this podcast, maybe, but yeah. He played Voldemort in Harry Potter.
he's great in this. One of my favorite scenes. It's iconic. The scene where he's making, I think, hinges, and he comes by.
Oh, yeah.
He comes to the guy. He forced him to make hinges. A metal worker, and he goes, "How many can you make in a minute?" He's like, I don't know, or how quickly can you make one?" Is what he says. He goes, "Go," times it, and he makes it. And he's working real hard. He's doing all the different tools, and he's sharpening it, and he's getting the screws in, and he's filling up the top. And he goes, gets it, and he's all done. He goes, 20 seconds. And he looks at his pile, and he's been there for like 4 hours. He goes, "You only have 20. and you've been here for 4 hours. And he just drags him out to kill the guy because he's not working hard enough.
Yeah.
And then his gun jams, and he just gets so frustrated his gun jams. I love that scene. It's so good.
You would, you creep. Just kidding. It is a great movie. It pulls at your heartstrings. It's got Liam Neeson in it as well.
Yeah, Liam Neeson does a great job.
Spielberg. I mean, to do Schindler's List about
Iconic.
the Holocaust, and then go and do Jurassic Park about, dinosaurs. That is great range.
If you watch Jurassic Park 2, we're talking about things that hold up.
Oh, that movie still does.
This is why he's brilliant. CG in that movie is really good. He made robotic dinosaurs that were ahead of its time, crushed it amazing. That at the time it was so expensive. I don't think they topped it for 15 years. How expensive the T-Rex was. The pupils dilated on a T-Rex.
Boom. I didn't notice the pupils. I was too busy shitting my pants because there's a T-Rex.
When they're in the car, she shines a flashlight and you just see the eyes.
Oh, that's
come
right.
in.
You do see the eyes.
I'm like, dude, did you clone dinosaurs for this movie right now? What did you do?
Well, I know we haven't finished the article on Whiskey Cinema yet. I'm just saying, based off what we've done so far,
Sure.
Spielberg, numero uno.
2 in the same year, did Schindler's List and Jurassic Park. Well done, Spielberg. If I had one more shot, I'd drink it. I think I
do.
already pounded above.
Boom, to Spielberg.
Lance, you're back to 2 notches. Good for you. I assume you chose Jurassic Park, or you just say Spielberg.
He just said Spielberg.
Okay,
It's not movie, it's best director.
That's fair. I'm gonna choose Jurassic Park. Like you said, there's a lineage. They're filming another
Yeah,
one
I'm
with
going
Chris
Jurassic Park,
Pratt
too.
right now. Absolutely love Jurassic Park. I have a niece named Chevy, who I love dearly, who is obsessed with dinosaurs, and yet thinks someone will grow out of a phase. She's doubled down, if nothing else. Now that
Exactly.
she's 10, she has a Velociraptor mask. She does TikToks of her swimming and coming up and scaring people. Chev, never give up on your dinosaur dreams.
I do a great rapper impression. Maybe I'll do it after the podcast and post it. Mortal Kombat, Jordan? Mortal Kombat? You know what? I'm going to tell your wife to fucking kill you Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah,
For even
fatality.
requesting that. Jesus, she's going to break your neck, nose, and spine.
Whoa.
You'll still live because that's how Mortal Kombat is, but you'll be hurt. Mortal Kombat. I mean, keep watching, but maybe shut up.
I hope the last words you hear, Jordan, who is our guest that we have on here all the time, Jordan Eames.
Not anymore.
I hope the last 2 words you hear is from your
Finish
wife.
it.
Oh, I was gonna say, I hope the last 2 words you hear is
Man, you don't deserve her. Make her watch shitty movies. God, we're talking about Schindler's List and Jurassic Park, and you're Mortal Kombat.
Take it easy. There are people who
Jesus.
Mortal Kombat, by the way, and they've said they're gonna make it rated R. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
Maybe. It can't be much worse.
No,
Mortal Kombat.
definitely won't be a flawless
Dumb
victory.
son of a-
Why don't you tell us about 94? Let's just get the bad taste
94.
in our mouth. It's not like our delicious whiskey that we're having right now.
Oh, yes. Love me some whiskey. It's like I should name a podcast after it. Forrest Gump, Robert Zemeckis.
Lost is lost. I like Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump's a
I'm a
pretty good
fan.
movie. True Lies by James Cameron.
Oh, really?
Ed Wood, Tim Burton.
Ed Wood's good.
Which, that movie's not good. It's not good.
That's what I was about to say. It's good in the You didn't like Ed Wood with Johnny Depp?
No.
Okay.
No.
Differences of
Here's
opinion.
the thing. Is Johnny Depp actually a good actor?
Oh, you're coming hard at Depp?
I'm coming hard at Depp.
He's going
I'm
through
coming hard at Burton, too. Is he a good director?
He's going through a divorce in court with an abusive, lying woman right now.
Okay.
She shit in his bed.
Maybe she should wear some Depends. I don't know.
Times are hard. Corona.
Just saying. He's not that good of an actor.
You know what? For me, Pirates of the Caribbean, you can never do no wrong no more.
You can't. You know what? Pirates,
I love
Jack Sparrow, great. He made that movie.
He carries that costume in his trunk and surprises kids at hospitals, and you want to come at him?
Oh, I'm coming at him still.
J Depp? JD?
I'm not saying he's a shitty human being, but his acting on the shitty side.
What's Eating Gilbert great too?
I mean,
You think he's just not fantastic?
have you seen The Tourist?
No. With Angelina Jolie?
Angelina Jolie?
I think we started
Sucks.
it, and then I was like, hey, you know what else is on? Something, probably.
Johnny Depp's amazing. Well, he's not, but
Boom.
he's got
Bam.
movies that are
Backing me
good.
up.
He can do
Backing
those
me up.
weird rules. Good. He can.
Listen, all of our fans, we're getting a smattering of comments. Look, they're pouring in.
The Tourist is fantastic. This list sucks now.
I'm getting, look,
You want to say that? I no longer trust any of your opinions.
All right, take it easy. That's Lance, the guy who wrote the article. He's commenting that the Taurus is good.
All right. Bullets Over Broadway.
Slow
Woody
down.
Allen again.
Slow down a little bit.
4 Weddings and a Funeral. Mike Newell.
They remade that a bunch. It's a great comedy.
They have Secret of Rowan. I can't read my handwriting.
Secret of Nim.
Secret of Rowan Irish by John Sayles. And then the winner is Pulp Fiction, Tarantino.
Fuck yeah. Or no, what is the sound he makes when he goes to katana? I love.
I don't know
Pulp
what the
Fiction.
sound is, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Pulp
love.
Fiction is a great movie. Bruce Willis, John Travolta, which, by the way, I watched Urban Cowboy recently. Yeah, not a good movie.
Dude, Urban Cowboy. You get what you get. I like scenes in Urban Cowboy. That's what John Voight.
John Travolta.
Oh, John Travolta. I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah, you are. What do you think of Holes?
Other movies that came out in '94.
Yep.
Great year for comedy. I understand if it's not award winning. Mask came out. Dumb and Dumber came out. Clerks came out. The building ground of a lot of comedies and things we love. Kevin Smith, who crushed it. Mask and Dumb and Dumber coming out the first year. I know you're not doing things for actors. I remember Jim Carrey went to an award ceremony for MTV, and he was up against himself for Movie of the Year. And when he went up, he just made a joke about, I would like to thank my competitor, Jim Carrey, because he really tried hard in that movie, and I could tell he's
Which one did he win
hilarious.
for, though?
I think he won for The Mask,
Weird.
which they are remaking. He signed up to do
No.
2 movies, and one of them he's going to guest star in the next Space Jam as a ref as The Mask.
You know what? I'm okay with that. It makes me want to go see that because I didn't with LeBron James. He'll get too hot and complain the air conditioner's broken.
Dumb and Dumber, Maverick. Yeah, Usual Suspects.
Whoa.
Oh, did you not name them all yet?
No, I named all his, but you are forgetting. First of all, you're on 95.
I'm on 94.
Usual Suspects is 95.
I might have fucked that up.
Shawshank Redemption.
Hold on one sec. Jordy, edit out the mistake I made. Just do
All
the
of them. This whole podcast is a mistake.
95. Do one of those ones.
Shawshank Redemption.
Love that
Did not
movie.
list.
Oh, I love Shawshank Redemption. Morgan Freeman.
Absolutely.
Andy
It's-
Dufresne.
It's not as good as Pulp Fiction to me.
Ooh, that's true. That's a hard
But
one.
God, it's better than Ed Wood.
I love Shawshank Redemption. It's a Stephen King story, and there's no ghosts or demons or plants killing people, which is weird.
Right?
But the movie is fantastic.
It's about a guy wrongfully committed for murdering his wife.
Andy Dufresne, Tim
The
Robbins.
guy was not one-armed, just so we're all clear. It's not the fugitive.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
Morgan Freeman, and yeah, it's a fucking great movie. It is.
I love it. I'd like to say that Andy Dufresne fought off the good fight. Looks
Don't
like a
throw
strong,
your D&D jokes at me.
looks like a strong breeze can knock him over. First of all, the most soothing voice in the world is Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, baby.
Christ.
Absolutely.
Clancy Brown plays a mean guard in it. You have God, I can't remember his name. The warden. He does a great job. All of it seems very real, very gritty. The Rock Hammer, him chiseling out chest parts. I love Shawshank. I'm sad it's not on the list. I'm sure.
Frank Darabont, yes. Green Mile.
Oh,
as
Green
well.
Mile's a good one, but I'm more Shawshank than I am
That
Green
one
Mile.
comes out later. Oh, yeah. Shawshank is probably known as one of the greatest movies of all time.
Ooh, I don't know.
All
About that.
right, when I say great, top 50.
Oh, yeah.
I may not put it in
my.
my well, I probably would put it in my top 50, but
You're gonna see a stone that doesn't look like any other stones in the area.
yeah, the movie is great. So
Do you trust your wife, sir? Do I look obtuse to you? I mean, there's so many quotes. I love Shawshank, but the answer is
Pulp Fiction. What's in that briefcase? You tell me right
you
now.
don't know.
Tell
You
us.
don't know.
Tell us right now, though.
Diamonds.
You know. Oh, that was a shitty.
You know
answer.
what? I think I'm almost positive. I actually read the online script and it says it on there. I won't spoil it. There's Whiskey Cinema shirts, hats, and maybe shot glasses soon. If you guys are interested in Whiskey Cinema shot
maybe lots
glasses,
more merch.
dude, I'm feeling Whiskey Cinema shot
When
glasses.
Tarantino's already supporting us, are you?
I love Whiskey. I do.
Yeah, me too. Everybody does.
I love Pulp Fiction. Samuel L. Jackson does an
You
outstanding
know what, John?
job.
I see what you're trying to do.
What did John Suggs say?
You need a baby bottle for that drink?
All right. You guys, I don't want you fighting every podcast.
First of all,
Okay, hold on. Take it easy. He's a fan of ours. Don't go after him. He's just listen. Don't pound your drink because he said so. Drink it slower, despite him.
I am.
It's filmed in Santa Cruz, which is close by my hometown. There's restaurants that they filmed it by. They have a Banana Slug shirt, which is the college. It's awesome. That's where Tarantino was. So there's a lot of stuff, restaurants that I've been to that are in the scene, the diner and stuff, which I think is a diner that they have in LA that they shoot a bunch of diner scenes in.
Well, that's surprising.
But I love
Have you been there?
Pulp Fiction. I have when I was in LA. This is the same one they do for Harry Met Sally and The King of Comedy. It's like one diner that they shoot all diner scenes in because they just hollowed out the back of it so they have cameras and crew.
There's just something about going to a famous place that I want to do, like the Winchester from Shaun of the Dead.
Yes,
I would love to go to that pub.
dude. I might make a trip to Iowa to go to the Field of Dreams. They let people go in.
I want to go to good movie things though.
Oh.
All right, 95. We both agree on
Come
Pulp Fiction. I don't hate.
I want to wink at the picture.
Go watch our baseball episode. Find out what I really think of Field of Dreams. It's not much different than what.
Going with old timey like baggy clothes and your hat. It's kind of tipped to the top.
95. American President Rob Reiner.
Okay.
Jumanji.
What's up?
Joe John.
What's up? What's up? Robin Williams again, crushing it in the 90s.
There is a documentary on his life that's coming out soon. The trailer was just released.
For Robin Williams, they've already had one that was really good.
And they have another one.
Dude, have 5. I like Robin Williams.
Please have as many as you want.
Dude.
Apollo 13. Ron Howard, same guy who did The Grinch.
Fantastic.
7. David Fincher.
Ooh, 7. Morgan
This is
Freeman
a
again.
great
Brad
great
Pitt.
year.
Kevin Spacey's the bad guy.
12 Monkeys. Terry Gilliam.
The Brad Pitt, Austin, Bruce Willis, Time Travel, which
I
we
wrote
talked
his
about in
name
our
better that
episode.
time. Before Sunrise, Richard something or other.
Love that guy. Weird name, but cool guy.
Sense and Sensibility, Ang Lee.
Okay, Ang Lee, who went on to direct Life of Pi, which is really good. He did the Hulk, where he grew like 20 feet tall. He's a very visionary director. If it's beautiful and cut really nicely, Ang Lee might have done it. He's considered like an artist when it comes to cinematography.
Yeah, and Usual Suspects, Bryan Singer.
Oof. All right, tell me. Well, we're 95.
We're 95.
I'm gonna tell you some other ones that were out. Batman Forever
Okay, that's a movie.
certainly is. Casino.
It's a good movie. I think it's not as good.
I like Casino a lot. Braveheart.
Braveheart, I fucking love, and I will pick over any movie on this list.
Damn, get it, son. Directed by.
Mel Gibson.
Certainly does. They don't want to say that, but he also did Hacksaw Ridge. And instead of saying Mel Gibson, they go from the director of Braveheart because they didn't want to say Mel Gibson.
You don't.
That's so funny. But you're
I
like,
don't
"Oh."
blame them. But they're like, I love Braveheart, and I do. I don't like Mel Gibson, but I do love me some Braveheart.
Tommy Boy.
I fucking love that movie. Like that's not
Does
who doesn't?
Bad Boys, Friday, a lot of franchise movies, and the pick is Goofy movie.
You know what? You're right. I was wrong.
Powerline. Let's get that Powerline album to drop. Let's get that hot single.
So I have a feeling you're debating on guess 7 and Usual Suspects, maybe 12 Monkeys.
So I'm not debating. For me, it's The Usual Suspects.
Okay.
I like 7 a lot. I like 12 Monkeys is a great movie. Usual Suspects is
Let's talk about Brad Pitt real quick. in
damn
95.
near perfect. Okay, go ahead, hit me.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
7. Brad Pitt was great.
Yeah,
12 Monkeys. He plays kind of a different role.
he plays an insane asylum person.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I don't know why I said kinda. It is a different role. He killed it in 95. Those are 2 great movies.
They really are, and like you said, they're different. That movie in 12 Monkeys, he wanted to be accepted as a good actor, not just a good-looking guy like we said, Thelma and Louise.
I actually really like him at that
He got contacts off to the side. He spent time studying people that have, I think, bipolar disorder to get in the mindset of it. And he's like, that's what I'm talking about. You don't, if you go, like, he talks really fast about nonsense, and you kind of go like, it kind of gives you anxiety when he starts getting on a roll and he's like talking, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
you're freaking me out a little bit. But that was a great character that he did well.
He did do it well. And he did do his character, I can't remember his name, in 7. He did do that well, and that is my pick.
7?
7.
Ooh, I like it.
And Lance and I agree.
Oh, really?
He also went with 7. David Fincher. Yeah, I do. And I like Usual Suspects. I watched that. It's been 10, 15 plus years since I've watched that movie.
Kevin Pollak sneaking back in.
Yeah, Kevin Pollak.
Benicio del Toro. You got Kevin Spacey.
Who is almost... Nah, he's not unrecognizable. You can tell he looks the same.
Benicio del Toro?
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
He is great. And Kevin Spacey, we don't talk about anymore.
Can't.
Like Mel Gibson. The guy who starred in Seven.
Ooh, that's pretty rough.
You know what? Yeah, actually, he's worse than those.
I would say so, but it's definitely not a good. You don't want to be in either category.
Usual Suspects, one of those great heist movies, twists and turns. But yeah, I still go Seven.
The reason I think Usual Suspects more of a cult movie. Heat also came out that year with Pacino and De Niro, as Pacino playing a cop and De Niro playing a bank heist guy, and they sit down and have coffee one day. They're both
we both agree on this.
Fantastic, love the movie. It's iconic. They have lines that you're like, oh, I've never seen the movie. You've heard the lines. They've been talked about. Usual Suspects to me is so good. I love you. I mean, was it one of the Baldwin brothers? Maybe Danny Baldwin's in this.
I don't think it was Danny. I don't know because that's not a real Baldwin.
Daniel Baldwin?
Daniel Baldwin.
He played Barney Rubble in Flintstones.
Oh, yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, that is the guy. He was in Biodome.
What's up, guys?
Biodome.
Don't know that Flintstones reference. John Goodman. I love Usual Suspects. Right. Kaiser Sose.
It's one of the classic things.
If you go Seven, Seven is so rewatchable. It's dark. The first time I watched it, I think, was like on TV, and they edited out a lot of the bad parts. So when you watch it or rent it, buckle up.
All right, you tell them what Usual Suspects is about.
Usual Suspects is a group of criminals that gets rounded up for what's it called, a line, where they stand up there.
Yeah. It's a famous scene.
They all stand up there. They have to read the line. They have to see who it is. And then it starts to backtrack to the story of who they're after. And essentially what happened is there's a super criminal named Kaiser Sose from South America, they think, and this guy is bad. Like somebody came to get them. They held his wife and his son hostage. He pulled out a gun and killed his wife and son, killed these guys, killed their families, and then killed their neighbors. So like he's got this whole mystique about him as you do not mess with this guy. And now this guy is after them and they're freaking out. So the whole movie, they're like, I know your friend's Kaiser Sose. They're interrogating Kevin Spacey, who is handicapped, can't walk that good. And they're trying to offer him immunity to roll on him. He's like, I'm as good as dead no matter what I do. You guys can't protect me no matter what. I might as well get a running start, and leaves. Great movie. Fantastic. And there's one of the more famous twists ever at the end. So definitely check that out. Love The Usual Suspects.
It is a really great movie. Another Kevin Spacey movie. I said Brad Pitt had a great year. Kevin Spacey had a great year too.
What was his other one?
Seven.
Oh, Seven. Yeah, absolutely. I almost forgot. Yeah,
Seven is about two detectives, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, tracking down a killer, trying to find a killer who is basing all his kills off of the Sedley Devon sins, 7 deadly sins.
That's a good drink you're drinking.
It is a good drink.
That's what's up.
That's the movie.
Yeah, he's a serial killer that is killing people according to sins. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they roll his house and they check out all his stuff. There's a journal in there. And they flip through the pages, and it's just like everything he hates about every person he sees. And they flip through the pages of like 5 books, and they're all filled. So some intern probably had to write crazy shit in these books for weeks just for this one scene.
They know someone's going to pause it and be like, fuck do you say here, huh?
That's what I did. I was like, what did he really say? He's like, this abominable beast on the train next to me is an ocean of shit no one will ever see. I was like, wow, fuck. They really did their homework on this.
Yeah, they did. That's details in that movie are great.
Yeah, really good.
Very dark. My favorite part, it's not what's in the box, which I do love, but it's when all 3 of them in the car are going through that scene.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey turns himself in. If you haven't seen it, too bad. It was made in 95. Yeah.
Don't you have to respond to everything? We're getting some comments that we're responding to. Listen, they don't know what's up. And we're drinking, so you just take it easy. And cheers.
Just the dialogue in that, I think, is amazing. Kevin Costner is genuinely creepy.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Spacey is genuinely creepy. And Brad Pitt, I think, is great. And throughout the whole movie, he is that cool guy that you see and everything. He's like a small-town detective, came to what looks like New York. They don't ever say what town it is. But what looks like New York, and is just trying to be a detective there.
I'm pretty sure it was Honolulu.
It looked very bright and sunny, so you're right.
Let me ask you this real quick. Does Morgan Freeman ever speak in the film?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in. You got me. That's
amazing.
He's like a siren crashing my ships into happiness. I killed him.
You did. I swallowed him and laughed.
I love the ending when he goes like, that's what I coveted was your life. I'm jealous of you. And he goes, shut up. And he's hitting the back. He's like, in your pretty wife's head. And I was like,
Played by.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Thank you.
Also known as Pepper Potts. Do we have to
Yep.
do all new movies? All right. You're like, you guys remember her from Avengers?
Hey, she's making billions, or her movies are making billions now.
Okay, so out of all those movies, you went 7.
I went 7. He went 7. He's right. I'm right. You're actually still right.
You guys let me know. What is your guys' favorite movie of?
Throw in Braveheart, because really
95.
Braveheart's the real winner.
Dude, I'm feeling Braveheart.
And Mel Gibson probably does deserve a chance at the belt, Dave.
Every St. Patty's Day, I put on a kilt. I'm Irish German, Holzworth German. So we're talking about Schindler's List, and you're like, those people are monsters. Like, we're trying to be better. We're trying to be better people now.
Heil Hitler?
I do half my face green, like
Are you ready for
Braveheart.
this?
Go ahead.
If you don't believe him, go back and watch our St. Patrick's Day episode.
It's true.
Watch it.
Dude, I don't give up my audience.
YouTube, Facebook.
My guys right here.
Dude, listen to it on Spotify,
What else?
iTunes,
What?
SoundCloud.
Where should they do to help us rate and comment and subscribe?
Give it 5 stars.
Oh,
Subscribe on YouTube.
man.
Follow us everywhere else.
You're the best. Thank you so much. Let's get to 96. I'm excited about 96. It's one of those movies
96.
that was packed full of movies of cult classics and some really
Birdcage by Mike Nichols.
It's Robin Williams again.
Robin Williams again. Great
Nathan
actor.
Lane, fantastic.
Lone Star. Wish I could read my handwriting
From
better.
Spaceballs. That guy
John
was the best.
Sales. I can't read my handwriting. Sorry, guys.
What are you, a doctor?
I make that much money, yes. People vs. Larry Flint by Milos Forman.
Ooh, I like that movie. Woody Harrelson is. This is like the first time that he's come out and actually played a character that was like, oh fuck, can this guy act really good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Love Woody Harrelson. I wrote an article about his top 5 movies of all time, and that movie's on it.
Go check it out on AEE.com.
Dude, thank you so much. This episode is brought to you by alleverythingentertainment.com. Go check out that Woody Harrelson article. You can find it under my name, or just type it in. Or if you're more of like, dude, I like hockey more, or I like movies, or I like video games, or I like soccer, or I like whatever. They
Or
got
you just
everything.
want to read this article we're talking about.
Dude, get it. Dude,
And yes, Austin Burnett, kilts are Scottish. Danny's a dipshit.
first of all, harsh. Irish people wear kilts as well.
No, they wear hangovers.
They wear the guilt of the day before.
All right, let's talk about the real winner of 1996. That is Fargo.
Wait. You got to go through her stuff here.
And that's it. You got to tell me what you have.
Okay. So I'm going to go with, first of all, Space Jam is on there, which they're remaking with LeBron James. All right. I don't know. I grew up on it. I love Space Jam. These are all
I love
90s
Space
movies.
Jam.
I'm a 90s
I'm talking
kid.
about this remake sequel thing they're doing. They don't have to.
I was on another podcast for superheroes yesterday, and the guy brought up, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little older. I'm 30, so I'm a 90s kid. So I grew up on the X-Men cartoon. I was like, we all did, bro. It's
Damn
cool.
right we did.
What they're talking about remaking, Disney Plus announced today.
That's fine.
I was like, fuck yeah. But that being said, 90s movies are fantastic. I grew up on Space Jam. I love Space Jam. There's a lot of horror movies. Scream, I wanted to say on here real quick. Because everyone loves Scream. They're remaking that as
Ghostface.
well. A Time to Kill is one of my favorite. Your favorite is Dragonheart because it's got your guy in it.
Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid.
Fucking hate Dennis Quaid.
He loves-
As an actor.
DQ is his favorite. Don't let him fool you. If you go,
I like the shakes.
If you say you like, most
Give me
of
those
DQ,
blizzards.
He's like, Quaid? Is he here?
Right? You want to go DQ? No. I'm not watching any of his shitty movies unless it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
I was gonna guess that your winner would be The Rock because it has Nicolas Cage on it, who you love.
I mean, I don't know if I own any Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage movies.
You don't own any?
I don't. How many do you own?
I mean, I do own one.
Con Air, right?
I do.
Or is it The Rock?
No, I own Con Air.
You know what? Rock is
I own Con Air.
a fun, dumb action movie. I don't hate The
It's
Rock. I
very
like
Con
The Rock,
Air.
yeah.
It's
very
Sean
Nicolas
Connery's
Cage.
fantastic. Was also in Dragonheart. Fun movie. Welcome to The Rock. I've been drinking too much.
Yes,
Thank
not
you,
enough.
dude.
If you ask everybody else.
No, they want you to drink. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But
I
you-
saw John Sugg's next comment. I ain't gonna mention it. Delete. Delete
You're
that
not
comment,
wrong.
Jordy.
Fargo is fantastic. If you guys have never seen this, it takes place in North Dakota. They do a screening every year. It's icy. William H. Macy's in this. Steve Buscemi plays a killer. The Russian guy who always plays a Russian guy. I don't know his name from John Wick and Armageddon and all these different
yeah.
movies. plays a killer. I love this movie. It's so good. And it's the first movie my dad took my mom to on a date. And
That's why they got married.
dude, I mean, if they would
He knows his movies.
if he would have took her to The Rock, you would be looking at the kid right now.
And they gave her a rock.
Okay. Oh, diamond?
That's what I meant, yeah. I didn't mean like a rock bottom.
Know your role, future wife.
You jabroni.
I love Fargo. They made a TV series. It's actually really good. Billy Bob Thornton does the first season with Martin, who was in Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
Martin
He was in
Freeman.
The Hobbit. He was in Black Panther.
When I first saw Gandalf, I knew that he could be knocked over by a strong breeze from an eagle. Love Fargo. The first movie is fantastic. Watch the show. Kirsten Dunst makes a good comeback in the second season, and they'll recognize all these actors you really like. Maybe Billy Bob Thornton's one of her better roles. Got him a role in Goliath. Is another great series. Check that out for sure. Fargo is the correct answer. So that was Lance's pick too.
Lance's pick, my pick, some other movies. I will mention your comment, John Tubbs. 1996, Twister, Independence Day,
Hey, Independence Day. Bill Pullman.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I love Happy Gilmore.
Great. I already mentioned that movie once.
Shoot him again.
Shoot him again.
Shoot him.
Sling Blade.
Sling Blade is super underrated. Billy Bob Thornton wrote it and directed it and starred in it.
Another Billy Bob.
Love Billy Bob Thornton in this. Some people call it Lawnmower Blade. I call it Sling Blade.
Cable Guy.
Move on.
Biodome. Now let's talk about Biodome.
Tenacious D's in this.
You can
That's all I
dance
got.
if you want to. You
Nah.
can leave your friends behind.
No, not
How
this.
many times I watched this movie as a kid is uncountable for it being Biodome. I watched it as an adult. I hate myself as a kid now.
You're as a genie calls out. What's your first 3 wishes? I want all the time back from Biodome. It's like, I'm not that powerful.
Oh, Biodome.
Let's
Yeah.
move on from 96. Fargo's the clear winner. If
Fargo
you guys
clear.
have not seen Fargo, check it out.
Go see it.
William H. Macy, who you guys probably know from Shameless, if nothing else. Fantastic in this. And the old like, oh, yeah, sure, okay.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you betcha.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not a
it's,
problem. She's a real nice lady.
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Or is it Dakota? I don't know. One of those. But they have that great accent. They all had accent coaches, and they all were great in it. And it's so funny. Coen Brothers, one of the first staples to get in there. And, man, great call, Lance. You're doing work. I love it, buddy.
You're doing good.
You're doing so good.
1997. Jurassic Park, The Lost World.
Oh, really?
Also, Eames, stop mentioning Mortal Kombat. Still dog shit. No matter how many times you say it or spin the words of the title for some reason.
Get over here.
Lost World, Jurassic Park, Lost World, Boogie Nights, by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Whoa, Boogie Nights.
Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg. Figured we all knew that.
The Lost World is not a bad movie. It's worth
The Lost
a
World's
rewatch.
not that good of a movie.
Well, here, hold on. I was gonna say, it's not Jurassic Park, and it seems to be more hurried, and the characters aren't as well developed. It's fine. Vince Vaughn's in it, I believe,
Okay.
but
Someone's in
it's-
it that I know. Great.
It's Jeff Goldblum comes back,
Yeah.
but it's
All of a sudden, he's a super badass.
not the same. It's just not the same. I mean, you
It's
can't.
not.
It's like Hangover 2. How good is Hangover 2? It was Hangover 1, but different jokes
Yeah.
at some points.
Not even different jokes.
That's why Terminator 2 was so amazing. The first Terminator, he's a bad guy, does different stuff. He shows up, he saves the kid. There's a worse thing coming. They changed the motif, and then they keep repeating it in Terminator 3.
Yeah. Boogie Nights, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Love Boogie Nights.
Was that it? All right.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on to 98.
Contact by Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Mimic by Del Toro. Yeah, all right, here's the thing. We got everybody commenting Mortal Kombat. Oh, no, Corto Mombat.
Austin said Corto.
Better movie. Trust me. Because it doesn't exist, and that's where Mortal Kombat
Turtle
should be.
Wombat.
Mimic Del Toro, Guillermo Del Toro.
Yeah.
Only got 63% on Flickster.
How'd you feel?
I feel like Lance said it got 91, I think.
Ooh, you busting Lance?
Now, I Googled it
What's up
and
now?
looked on the app, and it both said 63. I don't know, maybe I looked at the wrong movie, but that was The Mimic, directed by Guillermo Del Toro in 1997.
Lance?
So that movie does not even deserve to be on there.
I don't ever do this.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm not this kind of guy.
Why are you saying Rotten Tomatoes? I know what Rotten Tomatoes is.
You're down 2 notches, Lance. You're down 2 for that.
Contact Robert Zemeckis in Titanic, James Cameron.
Titanic. I want to talk about Titanic for a little bit. It made $1 billion. It was one of the first movies I realized you don't have
Tell
to
them what it's about.
there's a ship, and there's a poor person that wins a ticket in poker to go get killed. And there's a woman who slums for a day, and she's really stingy on pianos. No, I don't know what it is. I mean, everyone knows Titanic. It made $1 billion, but here's two things I love about it. It made $1 billion because they released it away from the summer, which is where everyone releases their big blockbusters. There's nothing running against it for months, so they kept playing it. Super smart. Crushed it. And James Cameron is such a stickler for details. After it was released, somebody said, do you know at that time and date, the constellations of the stars you have in the background wouldn't be those constellations? He fixed it. I mean, what do you...
I can't get excited about Titanic.
No, I didn't think it was bad. Is that all the movies you have for?
That's all he listed.
97. I want to talk about Starship Troopers.
That's definitely the winner so far.
Fuck yeah, Starship Troopers. Men in Black, Fifth Element, Multipass,
And that's the new winner.
Multipass. And going back to Disney, who's crushing it. One of my favorites, Hercules, which I think they're doing a live action remake.
And now we have a new winner.
There's not a lot that I'm feeling on this.
I think Good Will Hunting came out this year.
If it did, and you did not put this on this list, Lance, I hope you know what? Don't even tell him he makes mistakes anymore. Let him just suffer.
We have a Good Will Hunting comment. Devil's advocate, Good Will Hunting, liar, liar. I'm pretty sure it did 97.
I'm gonna double check right now because I don't get false facts.
That's Robin Williams, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Great movie.
The answer is Good Will Hunting in 1997 is the greatest movie in 1997. Move on to what we're talking about.
I know Titanic, third highest grossing movie to this day. You can't beat that. And I know fucking nominated for awards and women love it. There was room on that goddamn door for two people. I don't care. I'll have this goddamn argument for multiple episodes.
Sure.
She's a selfish bitch.
Okay, take it easy. What
other movies did Gus Van Sant make? Also, Rotten Tomatoes and Flickster, I'm pretty sure they're the same thing.
No, they're not. They're different things.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
They both have tomatoes as their rating.
That's weird. I thought one's a popcorn box and one's like a little green splooge.
I don't know. Maybe it's not Flickster I'm thinking of.
Good Will Hunting is the answer. Lance, you're wrong. You're wrong. I said it. Mark, change your article. It's printed, unprinted.
And I also don't know what movies Gus Van Sant made.
Made a bunch. They're fantastic.
I've had a lot to drink so far. Pre-game for every episode.
They make a joke in Die Hard, which is a show on Quibi, where Kevin Hart wants to be an action hero. Everyone's like, aren't you glad being the funny sidekick? He's like, I could be something else. I'm like, yeah, that's so funny. You're so funny all the time. Like, I'm serious. I could be an action star. Like, oh my God, you're so little and funny. Like, that's the premise of, fuck, he blows up on a show. He goes to an action studio with John Travolta, who trains everybody to become action heroes. He's like, all these people have been nothing. Jean-Claude Van Damme came here. Who was Matt Damon? Before he was Jason Bourne. And he's like, he's an Oscar-winning writer and actor for Good Will Hunting. He's like, that's right, nothing. So then he came here. So they make that joke like constantly throughout the movie. And I was like, this is hilarious. It's so fucking funny.
That movie is, to me, to you, the clear winner.
Lance? No, he's not. You're losing. You're back down to 0.
Two.
He's down to 0.
Negatives.
No, he's at 0. You still have a chance. I think he's got 2 more years. Let's see if we can step this shit up here.
All right, 98. After we move on with the abysmal 97.
98.
Another Spielberg movie.
Get it.
Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh, that's a good one. I love Saving Private Ryan.
The Thin Red Line by Terrence Malick. Malick. Saving Private Ryan. I mean, Jesus
I'm going to give you some other ones, so hopefully we can get a little bit closer. American History X came out that year.
Great movie.
Waterboy.
Classic.
Blade.
Fuck yes.
They're remaking Rounders, which is another Matt Damon poker movie. Super underrated. A lot of people haven't seen it. It's got Edward Norton in it.
Yes.
And it's got the guy from Mr. Deeds, John Turturro, and Big Lebowski, who I love. Very great actor. Faculty, which is a good horror movie if you haven't seen it, with I think Ryan Philippe and
bad.
U.S. Marshals.
Okay, that's
a sequel to your other one.
Yeah, Fugitive.
And my underrated one for this year is Fallen with Denzel Washington, who's a detective and goes after this guy, and this guy's possessed by a demon. Have you seen that movie?
I have not. I don't believe.
Check that movie out. Fallen. Last I saw, I think it was on Amazon. God damn, it's good. But out of all of those, I mean, I want to kind of argue, say Lebowski, because I love Lebowski. I don't like your jerk
I
off
knew
face.
you'd go to Lebowski.
I don't like your jerk off name. I don't like your jerk off attitude.
He does mention Lebowski. Did not fit his qualifications.
It's okay, even if it does. And I'm a comedy guy.
It's comedy.
I love it. I think it's so good. John Turturro's in it. I mean, talk about a good year for John Turturro. Bowling and John Goodman and Steve Buscemi, fantastic. Another Coen movies, brothers movie from Fargo. Love the movie, so quotable. I drink White Russians every time I watch it.
White Russians are amazing. That's my recommendation. Of the
Or as he
week, right
calls
there.
them, a
White
Caucasian.
Russians.
Saving Private Ryan is the winner with Matt Damon, with Tom Hanks, with everyone in that movie. Spielberg, Barry Pepper, who I like is the sniper.
Yeah,
he's an underrated actor. I like him a lot. I mean, but goddamn, it's so good. I mean, it's just maybe the best war movie. It's definitely, up there. It's in everyone's top 4 everywhere, for sure.
It's in my top 4.
It's got to be.
I might have some in there that people don't agree with, but Saving Private Ryan is definitely.
Dog Soldiers, werewolf one. It's great.
Obviously.
Werewolves.
Number 1. I don't even put that on my list because it's for sure number 1 on everybody's.
That's right.
That's dumb. Also, Armageddon, the Bruce Willis. That movie got shit on, by the way. With Liv Tyler, Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck.
I'm trying to think of the
Steve
Aerosmith
Buscemi.
song that like was exploded because of the soundtrack on there.
God, that movie still played like every high school dance.
Oh my god, I can't even remember how it goes right now. So
Yeah, everybody knows the words.
What is the words?
I don't know when that song comes on. Meet Joe Black, Brad Pitt,
Good
Anthony
one.
Hopkins.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah, I don't think it qualifies. It's definitely not beating Saving Private Ryan. I don't even think I'll make it say it's
Tom
beating
Hanks is
Armageddon.
so good in that. The improv lines are fantastic. The war looks real. The guy that can't kill anybody, and the guy comes back later and kills his buddy. The scene where they're all dealing out the dog tags like it's poker chips, and all the new soldiers are terrified, but all the old soldiers are like, dude, in a month you won't believe it.
That's right. Once again, Spielberg, Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, Jurassic Park.
God damn, he's doing work.
Just saying.
Dude, 90s, Spielberg.
Every decade so far.
You know what? I'm going to agree he did Saving Private Ryan.
I will agree with that as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's move on to 99, the last year of the decade. You guys are crushing it. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let's see what we got for 1999.
Insider, Michael Mann. Sleepy Hollow, Tim Burton.
I love that
Magnolia, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Overrated?
Iron Giant, Brad Bird.
Oh, he had an Iron Giant on.
Straight Story, David Lynch.
Okay.
I will say you're wrong on all of them.
Whoa!
Ones he left out are more interesting to talk about.
Dude, hit me.
Fight Club, The Matrix, Green Mile, and American Beauty.
American Beauty. But the other ones.
It is highly regarded. I'm with you on that one.
What?
But that movie got great reviews. Kevin Spacey again.
King, you need to change your last name to Peasant because you done fuckered up.
From what he listed, I'm going Iron Giant. But Brad Bird, same guy who did The Incredibles, which I fucking love.
Vin Diesel voices the robot. He's great at voiceovers. He did Groot.
As long as he only has 3 or 4 lines, he's fucking perfect.
Dude, I was going as Riddick until you gave me this shirt right now. I'm a Vin Diesel fan. He likes World of Warcraft, Dungeons and Dragons, but he has not aged well. I saw Bloodshot. Not good. Not good.
The Matrix, I get it. The Wachowski brothers.
So good.
Didn't do anything before. I don't know if they've really done anything after.
Let me throw this out to you for The Matrix. If they would have made one and no sequels, would that movie live on forever as a cult classic? I
think that movie still does.
But I'm just saying, like, the sequels kind of tainted it a little bit.
It does have that hangover syndrome. That movie was regarded as one of the funniest movies ever. Then you watch the next 3, you're like, Hangover's all right.
Dude, I love The Matrix. I think it ended so well. The whole movie's so fantastic. Keanu Reeves is currently filming a sequel to that. And then after that, he's filming 2 sequels to John Wick back-to-back, Lord of the Rings style.
Boom. That's how you do it.
Baba
Keanu. The Matrix is regarded as one of the greatest sci-fi movies. Dude, maybe even the greatest.
It's so, I love it. So good. Keanu Reeves crushes it. Lawrence Fishburne, fantastic. You got Hugo Weaving playing Mr. Anderson.
That character is iconic.
Fantastic.
we've said it before. We don't agree with the one-hit wonder thing. You can't be a one-hit
If
wonder.
it's your criterion, Lance, I'm
But
gonna give you a
yes.
pass. But the answer is
Fight Club.
I think Fight Club too.
Fight Club is amazing.
If you would have had Fight Club or The Matrix, and then was there any other ones that were close?
Green Mile, I think, should be in the talks.
Michael Clark Duncan's fantastic.
Tom Hanks again, yep.
But I'm going with, for me personally, you got to go Fight Club.
I'm going Fight Club,
Dude,
100%. I keep flipping my paper over.
Dude, I have a cousin who's like Brad Pitt. He goes to like look-alike things. He has the long furry jacket.
I've seen that episode of Community where they have a bunch of look-alike actors at a bar mitzvah.
Dude, hire him up.
He must have been there.
Cody Burnett, find this guy. He's crushing it. I love Fight Club. You hit me in the ear. I think you told me before that
is a real punch in the ear. That's a real reaction. The director told him to do that. I think it was David Fincher, right?
Yeah.
Who did one of the other movies in this list? Somewhere.
Sure.
Maybe.
We do our research, and what good whiskey to drink?
Fight Club is the same for me. It probably squeezed into my top 10 movies of all time. I love that movie. Meatloaf.
Yeah, Meatloaf playing
great.
The guy with breast cancer. He's the huge boobs, and he's fighting.
Right.
And
Bob,
and he's crying into him. It's the only way he can sleep. Helena Bonham Carter plays.
Who I love as an actress.
Oh my gosh, such a weird character where she's like so deranged.
Fight Club is considered a cult classic. I know it didn't make a lot of money.
In every sense of the word, cult classic.
Absolutely
fantastic. It is a movie about materialism. It's about social economy, where you are in the world. Generation X. In the beginning, he says, "We have no great war. Our war is a righteous war. Our souls are war." In this speech, he gets everybody together. Jared Leto plays Angel Face, I think is his name.
Maybe. I can't remember his name in the movie.
Blonde hair. He's the one that gets pummeled.
It's easily his best role. I'm just kidding. I was going to make a joke about the Joker, but I couldn't do it. I
love Fight Club. Fight Club's the answer. And you'll probably say, yeah, but what about the director? I'm telling you.
Fight Club got no awards or money.
I don't care.
He loves it. He says he loves it.
Okay, you know what, Lance? He's going to save you a notch. What was his answer out of the stuff that he said that had to make his criteria? What was his answer?
His answer was Insider by Michael Mann.
You know what? Notches come and notches go. You're going right back down.
Should have been Iron Giant.
Iron Giant's the correct answer.
Brad Bird, greatest animated director of all time.
Incredibles.
Your next article right there.
After why Whiskey Cinema was correct. That's your headline.
That's right. Varsity Blues, I give a 10 out of fucking 10, huh? That's what we're Varsity Blues.
You don't have to.
Varsity
John
Blues.
Suggs. Why are you always arguing, John?
Well,
Suggs?
I'm just saying, he listed the movie. He said he liked it.
Sure.
I'm gonna give him a shout. Varsity Blues. He says he loves it.
Sure.
It's the only movie I picked Mortal Kombat over.
I mean, come on. How could you not like Mortal Kombat? Goro and...
Absolutely. Go check out this article. See where he got it wrong and where we were 100% right.
Sure.
What favorite 90 movies of yours were left off his list. And, I mean, it's The Waterboy. He did not put The Waterboy on there. So
it is absolutely great to go check out. It's called, I think, Director's Title Belt. Correct me if I'm wrong. Director's Title Belt. Check it out. His criteria is long. It's thorough, and I appreciate it.
It's great.
But you got to go. I mean, for me, if you're like, what's your favorite movie that year? I'm like, Insider. I'm like, no. I've seen Matrix 10 times. Fight Club, I'll watch tonight and have a great night watching it.
Absolutely.
I do the joke where he walks across him the first time. He's like, crotch your ass. Weird one to decide to give you.
I do that joke.
You have to walk in front of someone or behind, like across their lap. Oh, yeah. Dude, I love that.
Either you turn frontward to give him the crotch, you turn backward to give him the ass.
Dude burns his hand. I mean, Fight Club's iconic. That is the correct answer. Out of all of this, Lance, you had a lot of correct ones. I was impressed by your stuff. Towards the end, you faltered. You're at one notch. Hey, but that's your record. One notch is pretty good. Good job, Lance.
How did he get to a notch? He didn't name Fight Club.
Well, he did good in the beginning. So one notch, but that's his record. Hey, man, high score.
High score.
High score of one notch.
The director that won the 90s was Steven Spielberg. 100% correct.
Yeah.
Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan. He did a couple of other movies as well.
E.T. I think was in the 80s, so I don't think it qualifies.
Yeah, why would you even bring?
I'm trying
he
to
did
think-
Jaws too, which was also in
He
the
did
70s.
Jaws. No, Ready Player One. No, I was just trying to think of other movies because he did 2 in 1 year. So
He did it twice, I think. I can't remember his other movies. If
It
Dave
might
Prinz
be
knows
Indiana
off the top of his
Jones.
head. No, those were both in the all
Oh,
three.
you're right.
The sequels were in the 80s, I believe.
Spielberg
The
getting
new
lazy?
one was in 2000 something.
You know, he might have to lose then. If he only made 3 movies in the 90s, then
No, I think he made 5. I don't think the other one fit his qualifications.
your qualifications are hard. But you know what? Lance has told me a lot of times I'm super critical about the things I love, and Whiskey Cinema is my favorite podcast. Hey, thank you so much, Lance, and everybody out there. We're going to let you know about these shirts, about these hats. Show off your goods, right?
Oh yeah, that's my hat. That's my hat.
Dude, I'm feeling shot glasses.
Danny
too.
has one too. It's not as nice.
I have goggles. If you guys, I'm feeling shot glasses. I might be doing that as well. Thank you so much for you guys tuning in. We have another episode for you next week.
We're gonna be talking about robot movies.
Oh, dude, get it. I'm down. Let's get it.
I don't know how many times we can discuss Wall-E, but we will.
Brave Little Toaster, we're coming at you. Hey, thank you so much, guys. Tune in next week. You're awesome. Whiskey Warriors, I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Have a great day and a lovely whiskey.